Hello there, a very warm welcome to a special webinar on science over hype. And we have with us Praveen Viswakumaran, country manager at a Mega Lifesciences Private Limited, to take us through all this hype. A very warm welcome to you, Praveen.
Thank you, Shareefa. Thanks a lot. Good morning.
Hello there, very good morning to you. And today we're going to touch on science over hype, and we're going to basically focus a lot about glow collagen. But before we begin, let's also talk about collagen in general, Praveen. The collagen market in Sri Lanka has become quite saturated, I'd say. So there's a lot of brands coming in and promising a lot of things with bold claims and all that. So, what makes glow collagen stand out from the rest?
Well, thank you. I think that's a pretty interesting question. Let me put it into context. Yes, I think Glow Collagen has been a pioneer in the collagen market. And we introduced the brand way back in 2005. That's about a decade ago. And ever since, I think we've been the forerunners and the front runners in this collagen market and also in the anti aging category. So, yeah, I think we when we launched the brand, we knew like Sri Lanka has the fastest growing aging population in the world, and I think the in terms of our own scientific research that we conducted on collagen per se, we found that it had a beautiful scientific A rating, and we scanned through all the clinical trials available to see if it would really make a difference in the lives of people. And then we stumbled and we came across a lot of very, very interesting studies. For example, if you take Glow Collagen itself, it contains 2,500 milligrams of bioactive hydrolyzed collagen peptides, right? And the collagen is trademarked as Verisol, which is a registered trademark of Gerita, Germany. And most of the clinical trials which are published in the world is on this particular raw material, which is trademarked as Verisol. And the conclusions are very, very interesting, right? These are all like multi-centric, double-blind, placebo-controlled trials that have been published. Um, and it says, for example, this very solid collagen can actually improve the eye wrinkle volume by 50% in people between the age group of 45 to 65 years in a matter of 8 weeks time. And some other studies also concluded that that collagen can actually improve the elasticity and the proportionate hydration of the skin by 15 to 28% in 48 weeks time among 35 to 55 year olds, and the 50-year olds showing the most pronounced effect. And it also proved the reason behind it, right? It showed that that was because that collagen actually improved the dermal matrix synthesis and the elastin synthesis, and thereby it reduced the loss and evaporation of moisture from the skin, right? And also it gave that firmness. There was another very interesting study done by the Collagen Research Institute, Kiel, Germany, which said that collagen can actually improve the hair proliferation rate or the growth rate by 31% in 16 weeks time. Okay, and then of course a lot of studies in public domain done in Japan and France that have proved how it is really effective in overcoming dry skin by almost 30%, right, in a very short period of 4 to 8 weeks time. And finally, I think the researchers of Birmingham and London concluded that collagen is probably the best weapon one can use in their fight against skin aging. So, so all these studies we collected and when we put it in public domain for people, for the consumers to evaluate, decide, and make a very informed decision. So that's how we went about the launch and the introduction of Glow Collagen in this country. We did, of course, a lot of background work, and of course, like you say, the over a period of 10 years and of late, we can see a lot of mushrooming of brands and a lot of people coming out. But unfortunately, a lot of them are making extremely tall claims, unsubstantiated claims, and undocumented claims, which can probably mislead the consumer. Hmm? So, like for example, some claims on uh, weight loss or whitening or plant-based. Actually, plants don't have collagen, right? So, of course, there are like products like vitamin C and amino acids in nuts and legumes, which can aid in collagen formation, but they're not collagen per se, right? So there are no, I mean, I've not come across trials on whitening, right? Yes, collagen can improve the elasticity of the skin and the firmness of the skin. Thereby, it can improve the The secondary benefit obviously would be in improving the tone and the clarity of the skin. So I mean, so I think so. Sometimes they say a light can travel half the world around when the truth is still putting on shoes. So it's something like that. But I mean, as a company, I guess we've been extremely responsible, and our engagement with our consumers has been through scientific evidence-based promotions, and the claims that we make are actually backed by scientific evidence. And obviously, we live by the company's values of truth and trust in all our dealings with our customers.
Absolutely, Praveen. And you mentioned about collagen overall and the benefits and what collagen can do to your skin, and also about how it has shown proven results as well. So, you did touch on what glow collagen is, but let's also, in a layman's point of view, talk about the science behind glow collagen itself and how it has been tested clinically and why this is very important to the consumers.
Well, I guess as a pharmaceutical company, we have to probably be responsible and accountable to whatever we do. So it cannot be off the cuff, and it can't be based on the whims and fancies of someone. So there has to be a scientific evidence, and I think we have gone the extra mile to ensure that our product conforms to the scientific backing and support. So so it's the combination what we have. The 2,500 milligrams of bioactive hydrolyzed collagen peptides is proven, both in terms of efficacy as well as in terms of safety, and they're all backed by trial, like some of them I just mentioned. So I think like I said, we did a lot of background work before we even launched the brand, and then collagen is the most abundant substance in the human body after water. In fact, collagen is the most abundant protein in the human body. It's part of your skin, hair, and nails. It's part of your blood vessels. It's part of your muscles. It's part of virtually everything from head to toe, your cornea of the eyes and the dentin of your teeth and your cartilage, which lines your joints, are all made up of collagen. And in fact, collagen is also the second most abundant substance in the bones after calcium. So that probably gives you an idea, how important collagen is in anyone's life. And of course, three-fourths of the skin is made up of collagen. So I think that obviously makes collagen extremely important. But yes, the body does produce collagen on its own, but with probably advancing age and with years, the production of collagen in the body actually slows down. And plus, you have wear and tear also that happens, which can cause destruction of collagen. There are a lot of external factors like sunlight, pollution, and prolonged stress that can actually lead to the acceleration of collagen destruction. And of course, like menopause, where the female sex hormone estrogen actually drops, and which is directly related to the amount of collagen you have in your body. So that also plays a role in increasing the number of the depth and the number of wrinkles and the sagginess of the skin. So I think the scientific rationale says that you just supplement collagen, like how you would supplement the calcium if your bones start weakening, and to strengthen your bones, you add calcium just in the same on the same lines. You add collagen when the levels actually drop in your body. So that helps to improve the firmness, and your wrinkle improvement can actually happen up to an extent of 30% as per trials, right, in about 8 weeks time. So so this supplementation of collagen can actually help in firming up your skin and improving the elasticity, and also it can also reduce the excess loss of moisture from the skin. So thereby it can collagen and glow collagen in fact can actually give you that youthful radiance you're looking for, right, and probably slow down the signs of aging. So that's what it can probably do. And since our brand, for example, Glow Collagen, is backed by trials, so it's easy for the consumer to decide which one to choose. Okay, and I feel a single ingredient is obviously far better. So you're confident that this one collagen, and most of the trials actually I've done on 2,500 milligrams of bioactive collagen peptides. Right, just for a couple of them in Japan and France have been done on 10 grams. But the 10 grams ideally is most suited for those with osteoarthritis, that is, weakening of the joints. But for
Right.
skin, I guess 2,500 milligrams is just perfect, as proven by all the trials, which you can actually see in public domain.
So that's what the consumers get in a sachet of Glow Collagen, isn't it? So the dosage plays a vital role in effectiveness, right, Praveen?
Absolutely. Yeah, dosage is very, very important. if you want to derive the right benefit, because dosage is also the dosage is decided based on trials. Okay, it's not based on the marketeer's gut feeling. Okay, these are these are scientifically backed. So the right quantity makes a lot of difference, so that then you get the right effect. If the quantity is too much than what is required, either it goes waste or it puts additional pressure and stress on the body to metabolize and break it down. Okay, so it doesn't serve any purpose. And if the quantity is too little, then obviously you're not going to get the desired benefit. So the right quantity is very, very important, either for this product or for any other product in the category, in the industry, for example, right? So, if you take for fever, if you take paracetamol, that has to be 500 milligrams. It cannot be, you can't take 1,000, or neither can you take hundreds, right? Like an adult dose. Like if it's a metformin, it has to be 500, and the maximum dose for the day is about 2,000. So, you can't, neither can you exceed it, nor can you go below it. So something like that. I'm just drawing in a corollary, an analogy to the whole thing. But yes, the right quantity plays an important role, which is determined by trials. Yeah.
Absolutely, Praveen, as you did
And,
mention, just because you have a lot of collagen or, have more milligrams of collagen, it doesn't mean that you're gonna get fast results, isn't it?
it's just going to
It
go
can,
waste. Yes.
it's gonna go
Absolutely.
waste.
Yeah. And actually, as a company, I'm just proud to say that, we've taken all the necessary, we've kept the consumer in mind. We looked at this product is so beautifully formulated that, we've taken convenience, the ease of administration, and the palatability, everything into consideration. Like it's very hygienic as well. Like you 30, 2,500, 2.5 grams in a sachet. So a box has 30 sachets. So, for example, there are sometimes people have these multi-dose containers, for example, right? So you need to scoop it out every day. So when you scoop out every day in a spoon, you're not guaranteed of the same quantity every time you use it. It's like squeezing out a toothpaste on a toothbrush. It's not the same every day. Okay. So then the other disadvantage of a multi-dose container, for example, would be that it's also is exposed to contamination and is exposed to humidity and sunlight, which can actually degrade the product. And then there are some guys who have these tubes, creams and lotions. Collagen is a fairly large molecule. So, when you put it on your skin and you put it as a lotion or cream, it's extremely difficult for those large molecules to penetrate into the tiny pores of the skin. So what happens is it'll just stay there idle, doing nothing to just get washed away with sweat or when you have a shower, right? So, things like that. And you also have these irrational combinations where it's not justified. Those are not those some claims or those combinations. Like there's a company that's got, they say, collagen on the brand, but actually when you look at it, it's got some tomato extract and some Burberry extract or something. There's no collagen in it at all, so which is pretty misleading in a way. Okay, so there are and there are uh, combinations which are not justified to some extent. So there could be just some extracts of some plants, whatever, hmm, and not collagen per se. So you may not really derive that type of benefit.
Absolutely. And
What a
you did
collagen can
mention
do. Yeah,
Yes,
sorry.
and you did mention a little bit about how people claim to have plant-based collagen as well. So let's come to that, Praveen. With the rise of flashy TikTok offers, and also there's a lot of influencer-led collagen promotions going on. When you open social media, you see a lot, many people drinking collagen,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
also many people promoting different brands. So many consumers get confused because of this. They don't know whom to trust. Some brands promise instant results, and you spoke about how it takes time. It takes around 8 weeks to see actual results and all that. So there's also claims that there are plant-based collagens and as well, and also others don't even take responsibility for what they sell. They just sell the product, and that's about it. So how can consumers separate the hype from the truth?
Oh, well, yeah, I think that's also a good question. I mean, social media and the digital media has got a lot of unverified data in it. So today, anyone can post anything and get away with it. So you don't have to be accountable, you don't have to be responsible, and you don't have to take ownership of what you posted. So anyone can just put something and get away. So that's pretty confusing for the consumer, who might be gullible or pretty innocent, right? So I think now the onus is on the consumer to be a little more smart and intelligent, and they will have to probably do this background check and background research, because sometimes, outright, some claims are too good to be true. Okay. And so it's actually the onus on the consumer to do the background research, check who's this company, because there are companies that keep changing the names also very often. They change the addresses, sometimes you don't even find the company there. So these are all, some of them are called fly by night operators who are there and they're not there, so they're not responsible for anything. Okay, so I think it puts, so the consumer will have to be more careful, and they will have to do their background check. They have to check the company's website. They'll have to go into the details to see where the ingredients are coming from, what type of procedures and processes they're likely to follow. Is this a reputed company? How long have they been in the market? Hmm? And what type of customer service do they offer and stuff like that, right?
More or less like
So
the credibility, isn't it?
the credibility is extremely important, and are they trustworthy, and should I really trust what they say, and is it also backed by trials? I would probably give a lot of importance to trials and scientific backing of a company when I choose on, or if I would advise somebody to choose a product, because in today's world, anyone can, like, put anything on social media and say whatever they want to say, right? So nobody's going to sue them. I mean, nobody's going to spend time and money trying to sue them for that, right? So it becomes more the company's own responsibility, I would feel, you know, to be more responsible towards the customers, and say what is actually authentic and documented. And well, yes, I think as a company, I think Mega, we've been in the market for, I mean, 4 decades. We have operation in 33 countries across the continents of Australia, Asia, Africa, and South America. And our manufacturing plants, both in Thailand and Australia, conform to international quality standards like the Australian TGA, the WHO GMP, the German B Farm certifications, right, and the US and the Thai FDA standards. So we comply to the quality requirements of almost the continents of Australia, Asia, Africa, and South America. And even we give a lot of emphasis on what we put inside our product. Like I told you, Glow Collagen has very salt, which is from Shareefa, Germany. So the quality of the ingredient makes a lot of huge difference. So we would probably, and we've been in the market for probably 2.5 decades over here, and internationally, like I said, for more than 4 decades. So we would, and of course, we have hotline services. We have been in the media long enough for people to trust and believe. And I think we're also present both online as well as in almost 2,500 pharmacies in this country. So I think all put together, I think the consumers who are buying our product can actually expect quality from us, and that's a promise and a commitment that we always make, and we would stick to.
And Praveen, we've been speaking about collagen and the science over the hype of this whole thing. So, as a final, when do you actually start having collagen? When must you have?
Well, I think it's never too late to start on anything, and neither is it too early to start on anything. But I think, like I said, there's almost like, for example, 2.5% loss of collagen from your 25 to 30 years of age, and by 50, almost 50% of the collagen gets lost. And the only good method and the good sensible option would be to replace it. So I think 25, 30, or 35, between 30 to 35 probably is a good time to surely start on collagen, right? To keep your skin plump and firm and elastic, and also to reduce this chance of dry skin, or loss of moisture that can actually make the skin look extremely dull. But then there are also lifestyle factors, right? People who are exposed to a lot of sunlight, because sunlight can also destroy collagen. Okay, so if somebody like an athlete, for example, is exposed to a lot of sunlight, I think it's not a bad idea for them also to, use collagen. And those who are going through a lot of, I mean, other lifestyle factors are exposed to, pollution, stress, uh, all that lifestyle factors. I mean, they can even start. But I guess to just put it in a nutshell, maybe 30, 35 is a good time to start. And if you start early, there's nothing wrong. It's a natural product, right? It's collagen is part of your system. It's in your body, and you're just supplementing collagen. So you can be rest assured that it'll keep you youthful and give you that youthful radiance that you're looking for.
Thank you very much, Praveen, for taking us through what collagen can do and what Glow Collagen offers to the consumers as well. Thank you very much for emphasizing and giving us an insight into the whole hype out there and how to kind of differentiate and choose the best. Thank you so much for joining
Yeah.
us.
Thank you, Shareefa. Have a lovely day.
You
See you.
too, you too. We've been in conversation with Praveen Viswakumaran, the country manager at Mega Lifesciences Private Limited. Thank you very much for joining us on this webinar as well.